Hello, good afternoon, my beautiful audience. This is Luna, and you're listening to CJMP Radio 90.1 FM, our beautiful community radio station in Powell River on the Sunshine Coast of BC. You are listening to Into the Ether with Luna. It's November 8th of 2012, and it's a beautiful day. So I'm going to be talking about how to find your life purpose. So let's see. Let's start with the following song. And I would like to open up the show with this song by Mauro Picotto, who is an Italian DJ. And this song is called Comic-Con Commodo. So here it is. Enjoy. right now. So your curiosity and your interests and your passions have brought you right now where you are. So where are you right now? By this time, you already know what you enjoy doing, what are your interests, what do you like to read. For example, since I was a very young girl, since I was around 9 or 11, I was reading esoteric books, and I was reading about telepathy and telekinesis, and reading about UFOs. And when I was around 11, I started practicing with the Ouija board, and I would used to go to bed like at 3 or 4 in the morning after having been with a friend, channeling a spirit and asking questions about the other world and things like that. So, and then go to school and pretend everything is normal, but I don't think I looked very normal. I used to be kind of nerdish, actually, very introverted. And now I believe I'm still introverted, probably at least still nerdy, I don't know. But where I am right now is that after having a university degree, I do not practice what I studied for, and instead what gives me my passion is that I am a Reiki practitioner, and I like to volunteer with different community projects. And okay, so now I would like to say it in Spanish. Para encontrar el propósito de su vida, número 1 es dónde la vida lo ha traído hasta este momento. Todos sus intereses, la curiosidad, dónde lo ha traído. En este momento nosotros ya sabemos cuáles son los libros que nos gusta leer, qué es lo que disfrutamos hacer, así no estemos ganando plata por ello. Entonces, simplemente, ¿cómo se dice? Seguir nuestros instintos y nuestros intereses, y muy seguramente vamos en la dirección correcta con el propósito de nuestra vida. Okay, now let's see the number 2. Gregg Prescott from In 5D says number 2 for how to find your life purpose, and it is expect to fall on your face. Why? Because the universe guides you through your mistakes. They're not really mistakes, they are just opportunities to learn and grow. For example, there are many things in my life that I have done for the living, and I already know that that is not my path because I was totally miserable. So if something makes you miserable or something like that, or you don't succeed in a specific thing, you already know that it's because it's probably not aligned with the life purpose. And okay, so in Spanish, el número 2 que Gregg Prescott de in5d.com nos dice es que espere encontrar piedras en el camino, pero encontrar piedras en el camino no significa que los errores hayan sido en realidad errores, porque si algún negocio o algo o algún camino no funciona, es precisamente porque el universo nos está enseñando lecciones de qué es lo que nos gusta, de qué es lo que no. Y si algo no funciona o nos hace totalmente miserables y tristes y depresivos, es porque definitivamente no es nuestro camino ni nuestro propósito en la vida. Okay, number 3. Once you have found your life purpose, then allow it to grow. Then you experience it, experience different ways, dig deeper into it. For example, it was not until I was in like 8th semester of engineering when I had to take an alternative subject in order to be able to graduate, and like an elective. And so by the end of my career, I was already choosing all the electives that had to do with human sciences and psychology and anthropology and things like that. And it was not until one class where they asked me to read the Celestine Prophecy, and it was my first exposure to the awareness of the power of the thought and energy, and the prophecies of the changes that are happening right now before our eyes. So since then, it's kind of like a veil had taken off from my eyes, and I was able to see another truth and other things. Nevertheless, I was still after graduation working in fields, marketing, things like that, things that had to do with engineering, but I never found any fulfillment in that. And later on, I got one of these books called The Magdalene Manuscript, a channeling made by Tom Kenyon and written with his partner Judy Zion. And it was when I started becoming very interested in the chakras and the use of tantric and sacred sexuality to raise the vibration and awareness and self-transformation. So yes, my beautiful audience, once you know what you like, what you enjoy without getting paid, then just allow it to grow and try different paths to know deeper what is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Ok, la número 3 es simplemente, apenas hemos encontrado el propósito de nuestra vida, permitirle crecer y permitirle experimentar diferentes vías y diferentes formas. Por ejemplo, si lo que nos interesa es el campo esotérico, entonces probar con cristales, probar con Reiki. Dicen por ahí que Reiki es el hospital del futuro. Reiki, todo lo que tenga que ver con el poder de la mente y el uso de pensamientos positivos para manifestar eso en nuestra realidad aquí en la tercera dimensión. Ok, ahora voy a hacer una pausa y voy a tocar la siguiente canción por Madonna. Y la canción se llama Nothing Fails. I would like to make a pause now, and I'm gonna play Nothing Fails by Madonna. And this song is dedicated to the mysterious and appreciated snow leopard of the mountains in Texada. Here we go.
I'm in love with you. You said it anyone can see. What is it with you? You said it just take it from me. It was not a chance meeting. Feel my heart beating. You're the one. You could take all this, take it away. I'd still have it all. 'Cause I've climbed the tree of life, and that is why no longer scared if I fall. When I get lost in space, I can return to this place, 'cause you're the one. Nothing fails, no more fears. Nothing fails, you washed away my tears. wanna pray, pray you'll always be here. I'm not religious, but I feel such love, makes me wanna pray. When I get lost in space, I can't return to this place, 'cause you're the one.
That was Nothing Fails by Madonna, dedicated to snow leopard in the mountains of Texada Island. Okay, now I'm talking about the 10 steps suggested by Gregg Prescott from In5D on how to find your life purpose. And we are going to see number 4, which is ask the universe for direction and purpose. Pídele al universo para que te guíe y te indique cuál es el propósito de tu vida. So, we already know that because the universe or spirit has given us the power of free will, the universe can just intervene on our destiny in our reality when we ask for guidance. Otherwise, life will keep happening to us instead of us creating the reality that we want. So, and if we are not sure about what the path is, then what we do is just sit down in meditation, I guess, and ask for guidance. They say that to find the answers, then you should just go within. Ok, so la número 4, cuando le preguntamos al universo que nos guíe, es porque nosotros hemos sido creados por el espíritu para ser soberanos de nosotros mismos, y nuestros guías o espíritu no puede guiarnos si nosotros no pedimos la guía y la ayuda. Y es en ese momento cuando abrimos nuevas puertas energéticas para que nuestra conciencia pueda percibir intuiciones o visualizaciones mandadas por nuestro ser superior o por otros maestros y otros seres de otras dimensiones. Entonces, pedirle al universo para que nos guíe y pues mi querida audiencia, pueden estar seguros de que siempre, siempre que le pedimos algo al universo, vamos a obtener una respuesta. Es simplemente estar atentos para ver, para escuchar y seguir la guía. Okay, now we're gonna go to C number 5. Number 5 is filter the ideas and just keep the truth that resonates with you. For example, once I knew that I was going to follow a spiritual path, I started meditating in my early 20s. And at that particular philosophy that I was guided to at that particular moment, what was suggested was celibacy. And so I tried it, and I understand many of the purposes of it. Nevertheless, after a few years of practicing it, it just didn't resonate with me anymore. And it was when I found books in tantric sexuality as a means of practicing spirituality. And believe me, that resonates with me now way better than before. So my beautiful audience, once you have chosen all your path, just filter the ideas by being true to yourself and feeling your gut feeling, what feels good, and that's how we're gonna get closer to what our life purpose is. Ok, so la número 5 es filtrar las ideas de acuerdo a lo que resuena con nuestra propia verdad. Entonces, por ejemplo, muchas de las personas han sido criadas en alguna religión y aunque siempre han sabido que son espirituales y que tienen el sentido universal del amor, llega algún punto en el que la persona dice, no voy a creer en una religión que me enseña a sentirme culpable o a seguir la autoridad, y mejor me voy a guiar hacia una espiritualidad en la cual el individuo se siente mucho más empoderado, por decirlo así. Okay, now I would like to say number 6 on how to find your life purpose. Again, excuse me. Again, these are suggestions by Gregg Prescott from in5d.com. And he says as number 6, learn to make mistakes. La número 6 es aprende a cometer errores. Of course, because if we don't make mistakes, how else are we going to find what is going to work for us? And once we find the answer, we're going to be way, way grateful. More grateful than if the path had been totally laid for us in front of us, because then where would the mystery go? So my beautiful audience, yes, learn from our mistakes. Aprender de nuestros errores. Number 7 would be that there is no competition. There is no competition at all, because everybody is where they're supposed to be. So you go at your own pace. There's always going to be people that are going to be doing apparently greater things than you, and there's always going to be people that are going to be doing things that you perceive as being more insignificant. But you know what? Everything is relative. Everybody knows when they're doing their best, and the universe requires of the teamwork of every single being here on this planet. Entonces, la número 7 es que no hay competencia, porque cuando encontramos el propósito de nuestra vida, sabemos que el universo nos ha puesto ahí porque es ahí donde debemos estar y siempre habrá personas más grandes y más pequeñas que nosotros, pero cada quien tiene una verdad que compartir y cada quien tiene almas a quien tocar que resuenan con esa misma verdad. Okay. Wow, thanks for listening, my beautiful audience. Let me just remind you that you're listening to Into the Ether with Lona here at our community radio station in the Sunshine Coast. Sunshine Coast, Power River, BC, 90.1 FM. Again, I am sharing with you 10 different suggestions on how to find your life purpose. And these suggestions come from Gregg Prescott from In 5D. And I am reading number 8. Number 8 will be clear the clutter. So he says that things that clutter your mind with useless information, just get rid of them. Get out of that box. For example, if you spend a lot of your time sitting in front of the TV, being hypnotized, basically, just wonder, like, what are you doing with your life force energy, I guess, or I don't know. But what I would suggest to declutter your mind from thoughts that are not longer suitable would be through meditation and sitting down and breathing and dropping down to the present and listening. And for sure, you will find some answers when you sit down to meditate and go within. Ok, la número 8 es limpiar la mente de toda la basura. Por ejemplo, si ustedes son de esas personas que se la pasan todo el tiempo enfrente de la televisión siendo hipnotizados, es muy bueno, o sería muy bueno preguntarse la fuerza de vida. ¿Qué estoy haciendo yo con mi fuerza de vida? Y si en realidad estoy alcanzando mi más alto potencial. Entonces, una de las maneras que yo sugiero es sentarse a meditar y así podemos conectarnos más con nuestras verdaderas raíces de nuestro propósito espiritual. Simplemente sentándonos, respirando, viniendo al presente y escuchando. Okay, number 9 is express gratitude. So just please, my beautiful audience, thank the universe for all the beauty that surrounds you. The universe loves when you are grateful. And the more feelings of gratitude you express out to the universe, the more abundance and the more things to be grateful for you will receive. Like, for example, if you watch the movie The Secret, you know that through our thoughts and our feelings, we attract what we want. So, for example, if we want abundance in our lives, instead of being worried and concerned because of the lack of, it's better to concentrate on the abundance and be grateful on the things and of the things that we already have. Ok, so la número 9 es expresar gratitud. ¿Por qué? Porque al universo le fascina cuando nosotros estamos agradecidos. Entre más estamos agradecidos por lo que tenemos, más nos llega de lo que tenemos o más se cubren todas las necesidades espirituales, físicas y emocionales que podamos tener. Entonces, por ejemplo, si queremos manifestar más abundancia, en vez de preocuparnos y enfocarnos con lo que no tenemos, sería mejor ir a dar un paseo por el parque, no sé, caminar, sentarse a meditar, hacer una lista de las cosas por las cuales estamos agradecidos. E inmediatamente este ejercicio va a aumentar nuestra vibración y el sentimiento de gratitud es uno de los más poderosos que nosotros como seres humanos tenemos aquí en el universo. Okay, number 10 is make your life path enjoyable. Haz que tu camino de la vida sea alegre y que lo disfrutes, porque nosotros ya sabemos que si no estamos disfrutando algo es porque en realidad no debemos estar ahí, porque uno de los efectos secundarios de estar haciendo nuestro propósito de vida es la alegría y el regocijo que experimentamos cuando estamos usando nuestro espíritu, nuestra creatividad y cuando sabemos que le estamos entregando algo a la humanidad. So, what I have just said is make your path enjoyable. And one of the side effects when you are on the right track is that you are totally happy with what you're doing. Like, for example, how many people have a lot and a lot of money and they're totally miserable and they're not happy or not satisfied with themselves and their lives or the people that surrounds them. Probably they're being enslaved, working for I don't know, a guy that just wants to be rich with your efforts or things like that. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that one of the side effects of going in the right path is that you are not going to start getting pains here and there or getting sick or anything like that. Because when you are happy doing what you when you're happy doing what you are doing, your immune system works way better and your level of energy is way higher, and you look forward to getting up every morning and getting your things done. Wow. Thank you, my beautiful audience, for being here with me at Into the Ether with Luna. This is CJMP, our community radio station here in Powell River, British Columbia, 90.1 FM. Now, I would like to play the following song and then come back with our weekly angel card reading session. The name of the following song is A New Beginning by DJ Pedro del Mar. El nombre de la siguiente canción es por el DJ Pedro del Mar y el nombre de la canción es Un Nuevo Comienzo.
This was DJ Peroninar with the song A New Beginning.
Welcome, my beautiful audience, to the session of the angel card reading session for the week. The first card that I'm going to draw is from the Oracle card, Magical Messages from the Fairies from Doreen Virtue. So the first card for the week, and this will go for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's beautiful fairy, a little boy with wings like butterfly, holding a dandelion in his hands. And the name of the card is Ask for What You Want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. This card serves as a reminder of the importance of asking for your desires. The universe is much like a restaurant in that you need to put in your order before anything can happen. Your current situation calls for action on your part. First, spend time clarifying your desires. Then, tell the universe clearly what you want. You can always qualify your request with the prayer, this or something better, so that you don't unwittingly limit yourself. However, you do need to make a clear decision about your desires. Additional meanings for this card: be honest with the people in your life. Tell the universe what you want. Write a list of your desires. Have a heart-to-heart talk with someone you are in a relationship with about your needs, boundaries, and expectations. Ask others to help you and accept that aid when it's offered. Expect a positive outcome and your expectations will be rewarded. Ok, entonces la lectura de la carta de los ángeles para esta semana. La primera carta que saqué es de la carta del deck de cartas de Doreen Virtue, que se llama Los mensajes mágicos de los fairies, o como se dice, los gnomes. Bueno, ya ni siquiera puedo decirlo en español. Pero bueno, ya me vendrá el término a la cabeza. Y el nombre de la carta es Pide lo que necesites. Entonces hazle saber al universo y a otra gente lo que necesitas, porque simplemente es para recordarnos a todos nosotros que el universo es básicamente como un restaurante, que tenemos que poner la orden para poder obtener lo que necesitamos. E inclusive cuando nosotros estamos pidiendo algo, eso nos ayuda a clarificar específicamente cuáles son nuestros deseos. E inclusive siempre podemos mejorar la calidad de nuestras plegarias con el adjetivo pidiendo por esto y lo otro o algo mejor. Entonces siempre al final decir o algo mejor, porque siempre el universo y el espíritu está esperando entregarnos muchísimo más de nuestras expectativas. Y el significado adicional de esta carta es ser honesto con las personas de nuestra vida y tener una conversación abierta de corazón a corazón con alguien que estamos en alguna relación, y podemos hablar de nuestras necesidades, de nuestras expectativas y de básicamente cómo nos sentimos. Y a la misma vez el significado de esta carta es pedirle ayuda a los demás y dejar el ego a un lado y aceptar la ayuda, porque precisamente nuestros guías espirituales y el universo nos mandan personas para ayudarnos en nuestro camino. Entonces es básicamente nuestra responsabilidad tener las puertas abiertas para decir sí, acepto la ayuda. Okay, now the second card that I'm going to draw is from the Oracle card Angels, Gods and Goddesses by Tony Carmine Salerno. And this is the beautiful card. Is the angel of diet and nutrition. And the image is a beautiful, empowered, wonderful brunette woman that looks spectacular. And the card is totally pink and violet, my favorite colors. And the meaning of the card is pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. You are being urged to pay attention to what you eat and drink. Make sure you maintain a balanced diet. Remember, you intuitively know what is good for you. Simply pay attention and be mindful, all in moderation. You are also being urged to pay attention to your thoughts. Healthy nutrition is not solely derived from what we eat and drink. It also stems from our thoughts. Positive and loving thoughts are just as nourishing as good food and drink. Let go of every fearful and negative thoughts and replace all with love. There is nothing to fear. Ok, la segunda carta que saqué es de las cartas que se llaman Los Ángeles, Dioses y Diosas de Tony Carmín Salerno. Y el nombre de la carta es El Ángel de la Dieta y la Nutrición. Y significa que usted intuitivamente sabe lo que es bueno para usted. Entonces, simplemente poner atención a las bebidas y a lo que se está comiendo. No comer, me imagino, comidas que son procesadas, sino comida fresca, orgánica y no modificada genéticamente, porque ya sabemos que ese tipo de comida produce cáncer. Es cierto. Y no solo poner atención a lo que bebamos y comamos, sino también poner atención a la calidad de nuestros pensamientos, porque la calidad de nuestros pensamientos, como lo sigo repitiendo, es lo que crea nuestra realidad en este momento. Entonces, simplemente para tener en cuenta que lo único que existe es el amor y que no hay necesidad de temer absolutamente nada. Okay, I'm going to draw the third card, and the third card is going to be drawn from the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And this card is forgiveness. Let go of anger and resentment and feel yourself healed. You don't need to forgive the action, just the person, so that you can be at peace. By drawing this card, your angels guide you to release anger and irritation. They realize that you may be perfectly justified in feeling angry, yet they ask you to look at the high price you pay for being the vessel of anger. Forgiveness does not mean what you did is okay to me. It simply means I am not longer willing to carry around pain in response to your actions. When we hold unforgiveness in our hearts, we only punish ourselves. After all, your angels will help you release unforgiveness if you will just ask for their assistance. Ok, entonces esta tercera carta que saqué para la semana es del Oracle Cards de Doreen Virtue también, y el título de estas cartas se llama Sanando con los Ángeles. Y el título de esta carta es perdonar, porque básicamente cuando perdonamos es prácticamente liberarnos a nosotros mismos de la rabia o los resentimientos que podamos tener. Entonces, simplemente si alguien está teniendo alguna dificultad, sintiendo sentimientos de ira y de venganza, simplemente respirar, procesar y pedir al universo por la guía para poder dejar ir esta situación, cortar los lazos etéricos y simplemente tomar una actitud diferente frente al hecho cometido y de esta manera limpiar el camino para traer nuevas energías y dejar el pasado atrás y atraer absolutamente todo lo que queramos. The name of the following song is Believe from the soundtrack of the movie Run Lola Run. El nombre de la siguiente canción es Creer del, ¿cómo se dice? De la película Corre Lola Corre. Here it goes.
Lola? Wenn ich jetzt sterben würde, was würdest du machen?
Ich würde ihn nicht sterben lassen.
I don't believe in trouble. I don't believe in pain. I don't believe there's nothing left but running here again. I don't believe in promise. I don't believe in chance. I don't believe you can resist the things that make no sense. I don't believe in silence, cause silence seems so slow. I don't believe in energy if tension is too low. I don't believe in panic. I don't believe in fear. I don't believe in prophecies, so don't waste any tears. Reality would be the way it should, but I believe in fantasy if you just understood. I don't believe in history, I don't believe in truth. I don't believe there's destiny, but someone to accuse.
That was the song Believe by the soundtrack Run Lola Run. And I am here, my beautiful audience, being super happy and celebrating that last Tuesday, the states of Washington and Colorado were the first states in America to legalize marijuana. How many of you, my beautiful audience, have been waiting for this wonderful, miraculous thing to occur in your lifetime? So thank God we get to see now some social justice and some, how do you say, stop of putting the kids in jails just because they're smoking a joint. I am up for, and I vote, and I ask that everybody would have the right to self-medicate, even if it is for, as they say, recreational purposes, because we already know dear God has created this fantastic herb. So how can it be illegal? So right on, we are celebrating 420. Good for us. Now the name of the following song is Wish You Were Here by Bliss. El nombre de la siguiente canción es Desearía que estuvieras acá y es por DJ Bliss. Muchísimas gracias, mi querida audiencia, por volver a sintonizar este jueves Into the Ether with Luna. Estoy muy feliz de que ustedes me hayan acompañado en este espacio, sagrado. And I would like to say now, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, make this show possible. And thank you so much, CJMP, for giving me the opportunity to share with you this sacred space. I hope that everybody enjoys the weekend and the whole week. See you next Thursday. I love you all. Ciao. Peace.
Like waves to the shore, part of the ocean. The stars high above, part of the sky. Now I drift to you, I dream of a of water so blue, wish I could live there. Wish you were, wish you were, wish you were real, wish you were real. the air that I breathe, you'll always be there. The winds that I need when I wanna fly, now I drift to you, I dream of a of water so blue, wish I could live there, wish you were real, wish you were real, wish you like waves to the shore, part of the ocean. The stars high above